Hi, I'm Jen from Acadian Accounting Education, and today we are going to practice creating a new invoice style with a logo. So if you would like to grab a copy of the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description, and let's get started. All right, let's go ahead and customize the invoice. Now, this exercise is coming from our Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, which if you would like more information about that course after we go through the exercise, be sure to click on the link in the description. But let's go ahead and dive in and read through today's scenario. Craig has been using QBO for a while now. He likes it, but he wishes he could change a few things to better suit his business. For example, he would like his logo to show up on invoices and have those invoices match his company colors. Follow the steps below to see how to do that. Now, you will need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company here on the left side of my screen. Once you sign into it, this is what it's going to look like. This is the dashboard. So let's go ahead and get started with the exercise. The first thing that you need to do is you need a copy of Craig's logo. So you want to click on the logo, the link below to download the logo. So if you click on it, it should look like this. You can just right click it and save the image however you want or wherever you would like. But that link is what you need in order to save and download this logo. So once you do that, let's go ahead and customize the invoice. We're going to click on the gear icon and then select Custom Form Styles. So the gear icon is on the top right corner of the screen. Click on that. And then under your company is Custom Form Styles. Go ahead and select that. Now, what you are editing here are all of the client facing forms that go out. So, the invoices, sales receipts, and estimates. At this point, you have an opportunity to edit the default standard style or you can create a new one. If you create a new one, you must choose between one of the three forms and edit them individually. So, if you clicked on this, you would only be able to individually edit one of those. For this exercise, though, we are just going to edit the default one. So go ahead and click on this edit under the action column. The first thing that we are going to edit is the design. Now, QBO has several pre-formatted styles to choose from. So let's go ahead and click on Dive In with a template. It might also say change up the template, which is what it has on my screen. The wording in the sample company can change often, so just know that it will say one of those two things. So go ahead and click on it. Now you can see there are lots of different options here that we can take a look at. We are going to assume that you checked with Craig and he says that he likes the bold style the best. So go ahead and click on bold right here. Now you'll notice that as soon as you do that, QBO automatically updates this preview design window with our choice. Keep that in mind as we are continuing on with this exercise that every time we make an adjustment over here, it is going to edit the preview screen here. So the next thing we want to do is add Craig's logo. So you want to click on add your unique logo. It may also say make logo edits, which is what it has on my screen. Once again, that wording can change in the sample company. So go ahead and click on it once you find it. And then we want to click on the add a logo, which is right here. Now you want to click on this plus button right here. And then you want to find where you have downloaded and saved that logo. I already have it here, but you may want to take a moment to pause the video to find it on your computer. Once you find it, click on it and then go ahead and click on open. Now it'll take a moment to process here, is just downloading the logo for us. So once it does that, you will see it, once it's finished processing, you will be able to see the logo right here. So it's just going to take one more moment. And here we go. It has now downloaded and you can tell because it is showing here in the preview. So let's go ahead and click on the green save. And you will notice here that not only has the logo come over here in this preview window, but you'll notice that QBO has updated the color scheme to match the logo. Now, it will only do this the first time that you upload the logo, so do not close this custom form wizard without saving. Craig only asked to update the colors and the logo, but there are other customizations that you can make here that would be helpful. So let's go ahead and take a look. First thing we're going to do is edit the content. So let's go ahead and click on the content tab right here in the middle. And then the content you can see here is divided into three different sections. If you hover your mouse over them, they kind of look like they're being selected one at a time. We want to take a look at this top section first. So you can click either anywhere or you can click on the pencil icon so that we can have this information show up on the left-hand side and we can go ahead and edit it. Now, Craig does not want customers to contact him directly if they have an issue about their bill. They should contact their sales rep for that. So he would like you to remove the email address. He does, however, want to display his website. So you can see currently it has the email address. So we're going to remove this and instead add his website. So over here on the left side, we are going to uncheck the email checkbox. So go ahead and do that. You will notice that it has disappeared from the preview window. We want to go ahead and add the website now. So click on the plus website. And then the website that we want in that field is www.craigslandscape.com. If you highlight over it, like I'm going to do here, and copy the text, you can go ahead and paste it here in the website field. Now, just because you have it here and you're not seeing it here, it's just because you haven't checked this checkbox. So go ahead and click on that checkbox, and now you can see that it has been added to the invoice. You'll note that you have the opportunity to manage custom fields here. That's down here at the bottom. I don't think that you can see it with my video screen, but there is something down here that says custom fields and then manage custom fields. Don't click on that because your work will not be saved. You will need to add custom fields in the next exercise. So let's go ahead and take a look at the middle section of the content. So go ahead and click anywhere in this middle section here. Now, one thing that you might want to recommend to Craig is to include the balance forward on all invoices so that customers can see the status of their account. So to do that in the account summary section, we want to click on the checkbox next to show on invoice. So here's that account summary section right here. Click on this checkbox right here, and you will see that now it has been added to the preview window. One more thing here, you will notice that in the preview window that there are two columns, both labeled activity. Now, this is another one of those things you might want to change because as it looks right now, activity doesn't make a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and edit those column headings by clicking on Edit Labels and Widths. That is this one right here. In the product service label, we're going to change this to item. So this one right here, delete what is there and type item instead. And then for the description label, we want to change this one from activity to description. So go ahead and type that in there. So you can see here that it has been updated and now we can move on to other things. So there is this part that says show more activity options. It is probably being hidden by my screen right now. You can probably not see it, but it is down here on the bottom left corner. Click on show more activity options. Now here you have many more options here with grouping, collapsing rows, and more. Feel free to play around with these settings as desired, but for the purpose of this exercise, we're going to move on to the third section here. So let's go ahead and click on that third section, that bottom section here, so that we can edit that as well. Now, in this section, you control what appears in the bottom section of the sales form. Note that you can have different information on invoices and sales receipts than you can on estimates. And you can see that here. There's invoices and other sales forms and then estimates here. First section displays what appears in the memo field right here of the sales form. Of course, you can always have this can always be changed on each individual transaction. Let's go ahead and add some footer text. So in the add footer text box, we're going to just type thank you for your payment. So click into it and go ahead and type that. We're going to change the font so it's a little bit bigger to 10 points. So go ahead and click into that and type or select 10. And finally, now that we have edited the design and content, let's take a look at the emails that you would send to the customers. So let's go ahead and click on that emails tab right here. And here you must design each individual sales form. Notice from the preview window, however, that the logo and color scheme have transferred from the previous work you've done. You can see that here. This is helpful because you won't have to build them all from scratch. So for the purpose of this exercise, we're just going to be dealing with Craig's invoices, which is what is currently selected. First, we want to decide whether we want to have all of the invoice details in the email itself or whether you just want it summarized, the summarized details. So we're going to click on the radio button next to full details. Currently, there is no information here. It is summarized. So let's adjust that to say full details. And you will see that once you do that, now all of the information from that would be on that invoice is now showing in the body of the email. In this section, you can also decide to attach a PDF version of the invoice. This can be helpful if customers want to print it for their records or attach it to an online filing system. If you do not check this, the customers will just have to click the button to their invoice. So we're going to leave that as is. Now here down on this bottom section, when you use a greeting, you need to ensure that the customer record is filled in accurately. Display name is a required field, so it would be safer to use this field. However, sometimes the display name is the company name and sometimes it is the person at the company. You should ensure that this is consistent so that your emails are always looking professional. So let's adjust it from full name to display name in that use greeting field right here. So click the down arrow and then select display name. Note that the message to the customer is the default email. You can always change the actual text to an individual email when sending. The sent email is not saved anywhere, however, so do not include anything you need to maintain a record of. And finally, you can change the default text to any reminder emails that are sent. So we want to click on the down arrow next to reminder email to see the options. You won't be able to see it with my video screen, but it is down behind that video screen on the bottom left corner. Click on the down arrow so that you can have it expanded. Now you're all finished with customizing Craig's invoices. We're just going to click done. So now that you have clicked the down arrow, you can see that there are lots of options of what you can change, including the greeting as well as the message to the customers. Or we're going to say that we are all finished customizing Craig's invoices. So let's just go ahead and click on the green done button on the bottom right corner. And there you go. That's how you would edit a form, an invoice. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, or you would like more information about that Level 1 ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link in the description, and I will see you next time.